Hello, how are you? I'm Kayla. This is Flosstube number 27. It's June 7th, 2023, and it's been almost 2 months, I think, since my last Flosstube. Sorry. But yeah, here I am. So I'll just do a very quick life update and then we'll get straight into stitching after that. We've been really busy. We've been camping. We finished school right before Memorial Day, so we're working really hard at trying to finish. Liam's baseball season is coming to an end, though this is like a final shebang weekend. It's baseball all weekend, all the time. So yeah. This Friday, before the baseball weekend kicks off, we're getting our hardwood floors replaced. So house is going to be in shambles for a couple days probably. And what else? I said we finished school. We've been camping. We camped twice. It was great in state forests, so it was pretty affordable. The gear acquirement has not been affordable because, yeah, but the actual campgroundingness has been affordable and enjoyable. We've really liked it. We've been hiking a bit until I sprained my ankle, which is on the mend, so that's cool. Pretty much better now. And what? I think my last Flosstube was after Easter, but before my son's birthday. So he had his 11th birthday, April 16th, and we went to like a pool hall, like billiards, and played pool with some family and a friend of his for his birthday. So that was really fun. And I can't believe he's 11. And then Amy is gonna be 9 on July 4th. So possibly before I see you next, I'm not sure. Anyway, I can't believe it's already June, like just time is flying. So time's gotten away from me. And since I know we have a lot of craziness coming up between baseball ending, the housework, like things being replaced, and then next week is graduation parties and graduations and all that. My stepson is graduating high school. That's crazy. So anyway, here I am. Hopefully it won't be another 2 months until my following update. I hoped to have more to show you guys, but I do have whips. I haven't been stitching every day. There's been lots of days that I haven't stitched, but I still have stuff to show. So I'm just gonna show you before I forget everything that I've done, basically. I didn't even bring down sewing stuff. I have sewing stuff I could have shared, but that's okay. Hopefully I'll share that when I'm finished. So, all right. First thing is a fully finished object. You did see this finished, but it is framed now. This is Strutting Tom by Lindy Stitches, and it's with the called for colors. I don't remember what's it called, light mocha probably, I think. And this is just a super inexpensive frame I picked up from Amazon, but it's USA made and everything, and it was shipped directly from the company. It did come with a little peg, so I left that. And I actually covered the back with paper, like who am I? I've never do that. So yeah, I really like the colors of the frame. It's slightly distressed, but not severely, and I think it goes great with him. It didn't take very long to do, so that's my fully finished object. And I do have a finish. I think last time I was honing in on a finish, but here it is. This is Ex-School Friend by Lindy Stitches, and I have finished the second pattern. So here's the thing. I started this one for Mania last year and finished that at whatever point, started that right away. So I want to do like a double-sided pillow. Yeah, so here it is. And this is also light mocha, called for colors. And so here's the one that I finished first. I mean, this is some serious solid hand stitching, It took me a good long time, but I really, really like how it turned out, and I think it's cute. The only thing that's stopping, okay, so I want to do the double-sided finish because I'm like, oh, it'll save, oh, sorry if you heard the toilet flushing. I hope you don't, but I just mentioned it, so you know that happened. Okay, so anyway, I want to do the double-sided finish because it'll save space and everything, but then you won't be able to see both at once. So I've kind of held off with finishing it for partly that reason, because I'm like, maybe I'll just do 2 pillows and call it good, you know? I don't know. But those are my finishes. And now I have just progress on a bunch of stuff. A couple new starts I think that you haven't seen. Mother's Day haul. It seems like I don't get a lot of haul generally, but maybe after holidays, like Christmas, my birthday, Mother's Day, we'll have some pretty solid, serious haul. So that's kind of where we're at today. Okay. And this is in no particular order because I've jumped around quite a bit. I worked a good amount on Prayer of St. Francis by Lily Kate. You guys have seen this before, but haven't seen it in quite a while. I had started this intending to do like a Sunday stitch thing, and yeah, that lasted for like 2 weeks. I don't know what my problem is. I feel like I just can't guarantee stitching time, and then if I have time, I can't guarantee I'm gonna wanna work on that particular thing. So that's kind of my problem. It's my problem. But anyway, I'm like half done now, so that's exciting. This is on, not soft ivory, Winter Moon. It's 32 count. And yeah, now I'm about halfway done. I think the last time I showed it, I had done the first line and this motif and the where there is to here. But all of the rest of it I did since the last video. And because it's words, it really doesn't take very long, especially this part, this top part, every single was like where there is, where there is, where there is, where there is. So it was like I had that memorized and I didn't even have to look at the chart, which was cool. The bottom part's not quite as repetitive, so I have 5 lines left. So I guess almost halfway, really. You know, I have the dots, but like lines of actual words are a little bit more stitching. So yeah, so that's cool. I generally prefer 36 count these days and stitching with 1 strand, but it wasn't terrible to stitch with 2. I didn't mind it that much. So that's where I am with that, which is pretty exciting, I think. It's nice to see actual progress. But then I also have like I like to have finished products, but I also like to be excited about what I'm stitching and everything. So I think I'm maybe more of a process stitcher. I don't know. I don't want to have like 900 projects going at once, but I also don't want to like be super regimented and force myself to finish stuff if I'm not feeling it. So I don't know even what to say about myself. Anyway, another thing I worked on some is Halloween at Hawk Run Hollow by Carriage House Samplings. I'm still up in this first block that I started with, but I did make some progress on that. So let's see. Nothing's ironed, of course. Oh, I'm like mid-ghost. Cool. So let me just move this thread. So what did I do? I filled in the rest of this hill because that wasn't done, and I started doing ghosts. I don't have much more to say about that. There's a lot of stitching in these blocks, but it would be cool if I got this block done before fall time so I could start on another block for, you know, fall Halloween-y time this year, but we'll see. Kind of feel like if I'm being efficient, that's not bad, right? That I'm going fast. Another thing I pulled out, which I hadn't worked on in quite some time, and is another Carriage House Samplings chart. Shock surprise, because I love Carriage House Samplings. I love a lot, but it seems like I'm always wanting to buy Carriage House Samplings and Kathy Barrick. Okay, so this is Quaker Quilts by Carriage House Samplings. I'm using, I think it's light mocha, again, 36 count. It's the called for NPIs because this was a gift from my hubby a couple Christmases ago. And I still have very little done, but I did make some progress, a tiny bit. I mean, it was like one or two stitching sessions. So again, a lot of stitching and everything, but last time I showed this, which was, I don't even remember how long ago, I had like this very top little portion right here done, and the sun and the line. So all the rest of this, I think, is new. Maybe this line was done there too, but everything below that is done. So, you know, still a lot more to go on just the first quilt, but it's fine. I'm in no rush. I really love this pattern. It's one of those ones that I pulled out and I was like, man, why haven't I worked on this? You know, it's just, it's really cute. I love it. I love that snake down there and the upside down squirrel. I mean, I love all the quilts too. They're like stunning, right? But I love that guy and that guy. So, okay, I'm trying to think what's next. Okay, I'll just go here. Oh, by the way, the next few projects have been in actual project bags, actual ones. Here's one. Usually I just use zip, like the zippy, you know, like these things that come with patterns come in. I just shove everything in there. But now I have 2 project bags. Look. These came from Teresa, the Garden Goose Stitcher. She had a giveaway and I couldn't believe I won, but I did. And look how cute these are. Look how freaking stinking cute they are. So this one is holding the next project, and this one I had 2 projects in. And they're so cute. And because of her now, my sewing projects, half of it is, I have a poop ton of project bags all cut out. I just have to cut out the interfacing and figure out the lining portion. I have the zippers. So hopefully next time I'll have a bunch more project bags, actual ones. Actual ones. So in the cute tomatoey project bag, I have Huckleberry Farm by the Blue Flower. I figure like tomatoes are summery. Huckleberry Farm is kind of summery in my head, you know? I mean, it could be for any time, but it just makes me think of summer, like berries, right? So yeah. I am working on a second page, basically. I have the first page done. I started in the bottom right corner. Oh, excuse this thread that I have waiting to be used. And then I moved up and I'm working in the second page. Let me fold it a little better so it's not so floppity. So here we go. So since you last saw it, I finished the page cuts off like here, you know? So I finished the bear, and then I did these little stitches in the beginning of this alphabet here, this part, and now I'm working up in this pretty solid area. It's like the mountainy bear scene, and I've got to bring the border up, of course. But once I finish this, which by the way, I have like 3 mistakes in here and I don't even care to figure out what they are. I'm just going to fudge it and not count anything off of this. Yeah, so once I finish this mountain scene area, then I'll do the border and then I'll have 2 pages done. So I'll be actually a third of the way done through this project, whatever. This is 36 count shale by Picture This Plus, which is the called for fabric, and I'm using the DMC conversion from the chart. All right, now I'm trying to keep myself semi-organized. Oops, I just moved you. Cool. All right, the next thing I did some work on, and I'm behind. I think when I started this, I was like, oh, if I do a butterfly a week, I'll get it done in a year. And yeah, I was right, but I think I'm like 3, I might be 3 behind. It won't be hard to catch up, but I am 3 behind, so that's great. Shocking though, right? I'm using the DMC conversion, and this is Zweigart Summer Khaki. Actually don't have, oh, Amy's coming.
Hello.
She just got her hair cut yesterday. Super short for summer, it's so cute.
Yeah. I can't tell if I look like Lord Farquaad or not.
Lord Farquaad
Yeah.
from Shrek. You don't look like Lord Farquaad. Lord Farquaad is like the mean guy in Shrek, and he has like really short bangs, and he's like that. You don't look like him at all.
Okay.
Okay.
I love
I
you.
love you too. Where's I? 36 count summer khaki by Zweigart, DMC conversion, and here I am. So I actually still have to do the satin stitches on this guy too. But anyway, whatever. So here it is. I love this chart. A lot of the butterflies have specialty things like satin stitches. These are eyelets, though you can't really tell because they're black. You can see in person, but barely really. And then this. So sorry for the noise of the door.
Sorry.
That's okay. So I'll have to catch myself up here, but you know. And then this next one I think is a new start, but it was something I had talked about. I don't think I had started it last time. This is Not Forgotten Farm Folk Bird Needle Book, excuse me. I got this from Not Forgotten Farm's Etsy shop. I don't know if it's available elsewhere because this was it was from when she had a club in 2014. So I'm using the DMC and I'm using a 36 count scrap of Weeks Dye Works Gray. And I was heavily inspired, completely inspired for the last two projects from Amy Loves Toads. I think she just finished both of these actually, and when I was seeing her stitching them, I was like, yes, I need to stitch these. So anyway, here is the pattern, Folk Bird Needlebook. Here's her sample of like the needlebook being open, and she's got felt here for to hold the needles. I think it's precious. And I didn't get very far, but I have it on this long scrap like this so that I don't have to piece it together when I, make it into a needle book. Like, you know what I mean? But it's a little bit annoying because I'm left-handed, and I stitch in hand, so it's like I'm dealing with this floppy bit. I could easily remedy it by just cutting it off and then piecing it, and I might do that in order to make it more enjoyable to stitch on, if I'm being honest. Because it'll take me 3 minutes to rejoin it, if that, with the sewing machine. But it's making me not want to work on it, so I think that's what I'm gonna do. Anyway, here's where I have just the outer thing and the N for needles. So I haven't even gotten to the fun part yet. I think that's what I'll do. I think I'm gonna cut it off, save the scrap for the back. I have to do that. Otherwise I'm not gonna work on it very much because of me trying to think ahead, but yeah, that's what's happening there. Okay. Oh, now last thing before I get into haul, which is really part of my haul, is I started something new last night. This was actually, I wanted to start this to celebrate the end of school / Memorial Day, because we finished school the Friday before Memorial Day weekend. The kids worked really hard so we could finish a little early, and it was just cool, awesome. So not that we've gotten any less busy, honestly, but I'm hoping after this next couple of weeks, graduations, baseball and everything, things will we'll see. Anyway, so I didn't start it until last night, even though I had intended to a week and a half ago, almost a week and a half ago. This is Plant of Rapid Growth by Heartstring Samplery. This is from 2020. And it says, "Liberty is a plant of rapid growth," to George Washington quote from 1788. And I've owned this pattern for a while. I've had the Picture This Plus Heartland fabric, which is called for a while. I think that Vintage Country Mocha would be a great, almost exact substitute, honestly, but whatever, I had it. So Picture This Plus Heartland is the called for, that's what I've got. And part of my haul for Mother's Day was getting all the threads for this. So I did do that, and yeah, I started it last night. So there's not much to see. I stitched on it some last night and some this morning. So basically I'm just on the border. I started in the top thing, it goes this way, but I'm working my way down, and then we'll probably do this part across and then do this part across, and then I'll have a good third of the border done pretty much. Well, the outer outline. I don't think I'm going to go ahead and do the whole border before I move on to some motifs inside, but I wanted to get a good start on that. So yeah, not much to see here, but it is the called for colors. This one is chives. And yeah, it's a nice green. So no rush. I figure, you know, if I get it done by 2026, which is our 250th country's anniversary from the signing of the Declaration of Independence, that'd be cool. But hopefully it doesn't take me 3 years. We'll see. Yeah, okay, so now I'm gonna show you a haul. This is from Kitten Stitcher, with the except the threads were from 123 Stitch. Kitten Stitcher didn't have. She didn't have all of the threads I needed for that project, so I did make a separate 123 Stitch order for that. And a pattern. And I think that's it. So from Kitten Stitcher, what you're not going to see is I did get some half yards, actually 1 2 yard cut because it was on clearance, but some half yards of like quilting cotton, and you'll see that whenever I show my project bags because that's not here. But I'll show you everything else. I didn't take it out of this big bag yet. Sorry, this is like the crinkle bag. Okay, so I'm just gonna start. This is Lady Dot Creates Mossy Chenille. This is for my ex-school friend finishing. I think the color goes quite nicely. Let's check it on camera, shall we? Ah, it's pretty good. See, because there's this like really olivey, yellowy green, and then there's this deeper green. And I think it looks good with both. So I'm pleased with that choice. So now I just have to use it and finish them. Okay, I got 2 fat quarters of fabric. This is 36 count light driftwood. They are both XJU designs. And then this is an exclusive to Kitten Stitcher XJU designs, and it's 36 count farm eggs, which is definitely a bit grungier than I go for, but I do love the speckling. One of my chickens lays speckled eggs, and they're always my favorite, even though all the eggs are, I feel like all the eggs are beautiful. Okay, anyway. So these are the 2 fat quarters I got from Kitten Stitcher. This one has a good deal more pink in the brown, and this is like a more tan, as you can kind of see. So I'm kind of thinking maybe this would be nice with, bless you, with the Birds of a Feather pattern by Blackbird Designs that I got from Market. Although what I fantasize about using for that pattern is 90s Nirvana by Needle and Flax, which I cannot get my hands on. That I can't, like, that's the one I want to use. You know what I mean? So I might wait until I could get that fabric, but I'll see. I'll lay the floss on it and see if maybe this will work too. But 90s Nirvana, that's what I want to use. Like, I really want to use it. I feel like it would look perfect. So anyway, oh, this actually, this is for 123 Stitch too. I forgot I got this. This is a fat 1/8 of 36 count Mirage by Picture This Plus. I just thought it was cool, and it would be good for a lot of stuff. I like especially Halloween-y things, you know? I couldn't resist. Okay, now on to patterns. Every time I do hauls, I feel like I get so many patterns, and then I'm like, I need to stitch more. So much faster than I am, but that's okay. So I got Mustard Seed Manor Sewing Book by Stacy Nash Primitives. This is an older one, I think. I don't know when it's from, but I love it. And I probably wouldn't do a sewing book. I would probably just frame this to have out in fall. Really love it. I got Not Forgotten Farm, Nantucket Broom Ride. This would look good on that Mirage, wouldn't it? Her fabric's a bit lighter, so I don't know. It's so cute. This is a newer release from Market, which I couldn't stop thinking about. Another Stacy Nash. This is Spring Chickens Pin Keep. Of course, chickens, because I love my ladies. Oh, I have to tell you guys, by the way. So, you know, we've been camping, right? The first time we went, we were only gone for a night. So I was like, it'll be okay. We'll just like not close them up because we haven't had heavy predator pressure. So anyway, and they were fine, thankfully. But then I was like, I can't do that again. I was worried about them the whole night. So I got an automatic chicken door, like it automatically opens 20 minutes after sunrise and closes 20 minutes after sunset. And it's been like amazing, because even when I'm home now, I don't have to wake up and be like rushing to let them out, because I always feel bad if they're waiting for me, you know? And I can sleep in a little bit. Summer vacation, it's incredible. Game changer. Okay, so anyway, spring chickens pin keep. I love this. And I know these pin keep type things are not that small, so this might end up being a frame thing too. Yeah, finished size is 9.5 by 9.5. So I don't know if I'll make that a pin keep, you know, but I could, whatever. Heartstring samplery. This is another new release. This is a market one, I think. French flea market biscornu. It's so pretty. I love, love, love it. I'm sorry I'm not taking them out of the packaging. I was like proud of myself that I remembered to take the patterns of the whips out of packaging, but yeah, it's so pretty. And then this is the pattern I got from 123 Stitch. Another biscornu from Heartstring Samplery that I've loved forever. Flanders Fields biscornu. With the poppies, I mean, come on. Look at it. Look at it. I don't know which one I'm going to make first. Like, how do you decide? I don't know. I love them both. Really love them. And then, shock surprise, we've got some Carriage House samplings. Garden sampler. Oh, I love this. And okay, I watched Amy Loves Toes and I think she started this too. And I was like, okay, clearly I bought this before I saw that, but I was like, I'm just, you know, same. Can we be best friends, you know? Also, Lindy Stitches is stitching this, Steph, and she did a color conversion. I think it's like I don't know, one of the things is like a silk that's variegated for the leaves and it looks incredible. I love these colors anyway, but I am eagerly awaiting for her to tell us what colors she's using officially, so maybe I can do what she's doing. I'm not sure, but I love it. I love it. And then this one I've loved since it came out, which was maybe last year. 2022, yeah, wow. White Winter Moth by Kathy Barrick, of course, because it's a Quaker and there's a moth there, so come on, like look at it. Spectacular. So, okay, now I've got, this one just makes it so cute. Birds of a Feather, Fat Cat. It's too many treats. It's a Halloween one. Look at that stinker. He's got fish bones, fish, a snake, a rat, and a bunch of candy corn in that belly of his. I love this dude. He's so cute. Okay, two more pattern things. And then that's it, I promise. This is And Blossom as the Rose by Blackbird Designs. More Quakers. I love this. It's just so soft and muted colors, which, I mean, I guess a bit of a contrast from that, but whatever. I like everything, apparently. It's just so sweet, so pretty. And along those same lines, I finally got Ragamuffin 2 by Shakespeare's Peddler. I almost bought the M. Satterthwaite, which is her newer release. It's a Quaker pattern. It's like mostly black with a couple of cream flowers. It's gorgeous. It's stunning. I almost bought that, but I was like, let me get the older one first. Anyway, I've loved this ever since I first saw it, so yeah. And that's it for my massive Mother's Day haul. What happened was we got some like, you know, campy hiking stuff. Like I got campy sandals to wear at camp after hiking or whatever. And they're like, not the cheapest ones. They weren't crazy, but they weren't super cheap. They're really good. They're really light. And my husband was like, Happy Mother's Day. And I was like, cool, perfect. And you know, that's what I thought was it. But then on Mother's Day, he was like, oh, also, I meant to tell you, just order whatever you feel like for whatever's in your cart from Kitten Stitcher. And I was like, well, I don't have anything in my cart right now, but I will, you know? So yeah, that's what happened there. Anyway, I think that's it. Yeah, like I said, I've got project bags being worked on slowly. Amy's quilt is still something I want to do. I might work on that today because we don't have anywhere else to go today. Thankfully, I do have to finish cleaning, getting this house in order. That's something else I have to do. I have to clean the stove top today. It's not my favorite, but we were out of Brillo pads. I like to use those. Anyway, we got them this morning, so lots on the agenda before I do any crafty stuff. Oh, you want to know about me scrubbing my stovetop? Wow. Okay, and yeah, so I might work on Amy's quilt some today if I get everything else done. Yeah, I don't really have plans. I hope to see you guys soon. I said that last time and then I waited 2 months, so my bad, sorry. But I hope you're doing great. I hope your stitching is making you super happy and you're having fun, because that's the whole point. And yeah, I hope you're doing well. Okay, thanks for being here. Bye.